Scorpio, I already pulled you out a card. So you've got the sweet corn, which is all about rituals. And it says, though there may be unknown forces surrounding and working for you, you are being prompted to join in through dedicated study and physical action. Beneficial esoteric teachings are worthwhile pursuing. So the occult or spirituality and a deeper connection with another is being forged, perhaps without you even realizing it. Be careful of secrets and confidential knowledge that may cause harm. So keep those secrets to yourself if you don't want them getting out and about. So this week on is also a number 10. So this could be a really big time where there's a lot of completions, right? Ending chapters and beginning new ones and cycles through maybe some rituals where you're working and manifesting with spirit. So hello Scorpio, welcome to your reading with me. This one today is going to be whenever you're watching this video, what you might need to hear right now, what your guides really have to pass on to you when you're watching this. So let's just dive into your reading. We're going to put the sweet corn there, and let's dive into other messages that spirit wants you to hear right now. Now, ritual doesn't have to be anything, crazy like candle magic or anything like that. If you want to do that, that's fine. But, lighting some incense, having a little moment in the morning could be, a really good part of a ritual. So remember with what we were saying is that spirit is saying they're working with you, but you also need to work with yourself also, meaning that this is a really good time to put things into action, to start doing the things so that you can collaborate with spirit. All right, but let's dive in. What is something that Scorpio needs to hear right now? What do you want to pass on to Scorpio? So you have the Observer, which is a card all about thinking about your goals, where you want to settle down, where you want to be in the next year, end of month, whatever it is, wherever you are at right now in life. But it is kind of the next step. I always see it as maybe the next goal. Maybe it's a stream of income, amount of money you want to make that you're trying to manifest. Maybe it's a specific relationship that you would like. What does it look like? So the Observer is all about observing what's around you. Where do you want to be? Where you want to go? What is cooling you in? And then the Breathe is a nice little twist because it's what you do right now that really matters. So it's that kind of future plus present moment that's coming through. Breathe is also quite good with the ritual. Maybe this is a really good time, Scorpio, to get into breath work, to, really sit with yourself, meditate a bit more, anything that helps you to kind of sit with the energies going on around you, to really breathe, just to rest, to relax in this present moment is going to be very important for you. This card also says that whenever you're hearing this, a really big message for you is that maybe right now you are a bit sensitive to external things, people, maybe there's a lot of distractions. So spirit's really calling for you to actually have maybe 5-10 minutes every single day, or even just right now after this video, during it, to really just relax into this moment, to only worry about yourself. You're not behind. You don't need to worry about all that stuff and what other people are doing. Just to focus on you and your lily pad and where you are at right now is important. Okay, my lovely angels, let's grab you out another little message from this oracle, then we'll dive into your tarot. What does Scorpio need to hear right now? You have Dogs, which says getting together with friends, a really good time to be up with some people, to get socializing. And then Scales, which is like the Justice card, and it says keep your life in balance. So similar, it's great to have big dreams and goals, but it's also just as great to fall in love with this present moment and to make sure that you are doing things in this present moment that bring you joy or at least relaxation. And it could be the same with personal life and, personal life, like friendships, your outer world, inner world, right? Kind of opposites with Scales. Anyways, whatever it is, that's what Spirit's saying for you right now. Let's dive in. Let's see what's currently going on around you. The Walled, okay, so what's currently going on around you? I mean, there could be some travel that's coming up for you or a trip coming up, but the Walled card is about new beginnings and new cycles that are opening up for you. So again, that ritual makes some sense. Maybe you guys are being called to close things out. A really good way of doing that could be write things down on a piece of paper that you either want to manifest or let go of, right? Either new or old, and to burn them to make them ashes, and then to just dispose of those, but to put it into the universe, right? And to do what you need to do, of course, because that's what ritual said. Let's look at your energy, what's going on within you. All right. Queen of Wands is an interesting one. Now you could have an air sign around you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But Scorpio, the Queen of Wands is in your energy, which is beautiful because this is about you wanting to pay more attention to how you shine in the world. The Queen of Wands is known to be very beautiful, very attractive, but not just in terms of beauty being attractive, but also to the universe. So Spirit's kind of saying at this time that you are a very big shining light, and to be more confident in yourself. Maybe you already are, focusing a bit more on not only your inner world and how you shine from within, but also how you're showing up in the world also. Let's look at the world card. Why is this the energy? The Fool. So absolutely about new beginnings, taking leaps of faith, wanting to dive into something new. What is a new thing? Strength. So you guys are entering a new chapter where you're no longer self-sabotaging. I'm just saying that because of the Seven of Swords. No longer beating around the bush, no longer avoiding the decisions you know you should be making to have the life that you want to live for yourself. The Strength card is all about, it is Leo energy over here as well with the ritual. So maybe for a lot of you, you're meant to shine bright in this world. Maybe a big part of your purpose is to be seen, right? Whether that be in terms of your career, working with others, or just, being in a more, I want to say, courageous personality is what you're stepping into. The Strength card, this new beginning is all about your strength and courage, being more bold with your life and your decisions and your dreams and your goals. So why is Scorpio showing up as the Queen of Wands then right now? Judgment, that's nice. You're getting more truth and clarity. It does feel a little bit like that breath, because the Judgment is all about releasing, surrendering, letting go, which can feel like a big relief. It can also be a calling. So you guys are really stepping into a good energy. So that's the message I have for you really so far, is that you're really already doing, I guess, what you need to be doing. Anything else for Scorpio's energy? Anything they need to hear right now? The Death card. So you're going through a major change and transformation, especially with Judgment. This is my entering a new chapter, right? Rising up, going to a new level. So I really feel like there's big shifts and changes going on. Now, Scorpio, the death card is your energy. So transformation is really what you guys and your sign is about. So it does feel like you're going through another transformation again. And maybe you feel that already. You're feeling more confident, you're feeling more ambitious, you're feeling more creative, you're feeling more attractive, more beautiful. I don't know what it is, but it feels really good. What is a challenge or something that Scorpio should be aware of? King of Pentacles, finances. Now, it could be an earth sign that you're being called to be aware of. I'm not sure why. I'm going to dive into it. But being more financially stable could be a challenge for you right now that they want you to work on. Your long-term goals, stability, and working for long-term goals, right? Sometimes that means saving up. Sometimes that means having to sacrifice a few of your wants and desires for a little bit of time so that you can build up to have more of what you got, right? Like savings, or putting money aside, or doing the hard work now and then, being able to spend more later, right? That kind of thing. Whatever you guys are doing, it's about being more stable, being more grounded, and again, being more financially apt, if that's the right way of saying it, right? Anyway, why is this something that Scorpio should be aware of? The Nine of Pentacles, for your financial freedom. For a lot of you, this is really about making sure that you are working on your foundation, especially for those of you who might be wanting to be freelance, work for yourself, right? This feels like your energy. They really want you to work on your finances, not going to lie, and what you put your time and energy into, so that you can reap the rewards of your work and efforts later on, right? She's got some money aside saved up, and this is what she spends. So it's really about being in control of this area of your life. So if I'm going to be specific, it does feel like it's about your finances and how you carry out your work. But most importantly, being free, right? Working towards financial freedom and being free. All right. And what's the advice that you have for Scorpios right now and when they're watching this video? Seven of Wands. So don't back down. There might be a lot of work ahead of you. And in a way, the Seven of Wands, especially with this particular card, if you can see the imagery, it's almost like protecting something. So why is the Seven of Wands here as advice? What is the advice? The Nine of Wands, which is another card about a barrier. And the Ace of Cups being you can't see it, a new emotional beginning. So is your advice being a bit more open and vulnerable? Why is so the Nine of Wands can be about being a wounded warrior, and sometimes it's a sense of like you feel like you need to protect yourself and to place walls up against people because you're afraid of vulnerability, because maybe you were vulnerable once before and it didn't go the way that you planned and you got hurt. So it's like a bit of a coping mechanism that you guys have, that spirit wants you to kind of protect yourself. Yes. But I wonder with the Ace of Cups, if they're asking you to kind of find peace. And maybe that's why the breathe is here. What, can you clarify the Ace of Cups then? So this is in regards to this new beginning, the moon. So the moon is about hidden feelings and difficult feelings that might be coming to the surface. So I wonder if this is a really good time to cleanse that out. Like I said, with the ritual, it could be a really good time to write, to journal, to purge, right? So you can release that moon energy, any suppressed feelings that you've been having, so that you can have more courage, strength, and love. So why is the Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands here? What is this protective energy? Empress. So in a lot of ways, you are being called to protect your energy, but not to protect yourself. So it's about balance, right? With the scales being here, not to completely close yourself off, right? It's about understanding. It's kind of like being present enough to go, okay, is this worth my time and energy? Yes or no? Okay, no. So I need to place that boundary. I need to protect myself and my worth. And if it does, respect you, and it is what, matches your value, then it's about, okay, then I'll let this in. It's about trusting your decisions. It's about releasing fear, knowing that you're in control, right? The Empress is all about being deserving of love. What does Scorpio need to process with the moon? Six of Cups is your past. Okay? It's your past. Now, we don't all choose to stay stuck to our past. It just happens because, again, there's suppressed feelings there. So it could, again, be a really good time to sit with those feelings so you can actually fully let them go and start to focus again on where you want to go moving forward away from this energy. Okay, so really diving into this energy is so important for you to have new love and new beginnings in terms of your feelings and emotions. Okay, my gorgeous angels, I'm going to pull you out a little affirmation for you for when you're watching this. What do you need to affirm the most right now? For my Scorpios, please. All right, this says everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. Okay, and it says always, you are always guided and supplied with whatever you need for your growth. All right, my angels, so if you want to confirm that in the comments, then feel free to go ahead and do so. But anyway, my gorgeous angels, if you enjoyed this reading, make sure you let me know in the comment section and like and subscribe. And I should have some personal readings out at the moment, so when you're watching this, go ahead and check out my website if you'd like a personal reading with me. And if they are not open by the time that you're watching this, then there's a wait list for each service. But either way, I send you my love. I wish you guys all the best for the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time, okay?